I don't believe in conspiracy theories, as you know, but this is a conspiracy.
But there are Jewish people, and you have to recognise them in the UK, who are terribly worried about this. Because ultimately, if this anti-Semitism, which is what you're saying is used for political gain, doesn't work, when real anti-Semitism takes hold, then it's going to be back to the boy that cried wolf, and actually there's no protection for.
Well, there's a bigger problem than that. There's the boy who cried wolf, but I think there's a bigger problem than that. If Corbyn loses, a lot of people in the Labour Party are going to blame it on those Jews who fabricated this whole anti-Semitism witch hunt hysteria. And that will be a problem. But you know what the bigger problem there is? It's true. Jews were the spearhead of this campaign to stop Corbyn. And so there's going to be a lot of anger within the Labour Party. That's not anti-Semitism. But that's factually based.
I think this whole suggestion that what's happened is there's been a widening of the definition of anti-Semitism to include criticism of Israel. Then anyone who's sympathetic to the plight of the Palestinians is called anti-Semitic. That is what's happened. All the research evidence, you can look at it, shows that there is not a lot of anti-Semitism in the Labour Party.
Is there any?
Or the Liberal Party. Well, the research evidence says 3-point-something%, and the Liberals similar, higher on the right wing.
Could I present
much higher levels against Muslims and Roma and so on.
That doesn't necessarily make anti-Semitism go away, though, does it?
Maybe so, but what I've said about this whole dilemma is true. They've broadened the definition to say criticism of Israel, which is in breach of international law, is part of anti-Semitism. And then people who are active on that issue are being picked on. Well, if you look at the evidence, Jewish Voices for Labour has put up, and everyone can look at it, the evidence of racism, anti-Semitism in Britain. It's much lower than other European countries. Attitudes to other people. No, I mean, this is a very serious problem that has been mishandled. Anti-Semitism is a great evil. It's been a deep evil in European history.
But you seem to be downplaying it in the Labour Party.
No, I am not. I am saying that criticism of Israel's breaches of international law is not anti-Semitism.